In the heart of a bustling city, where the symphony of honking cars and bustling crowds formed an endless cacophony, lived a man named Robert. He was a successful executive in a high-profile company, a master of multitasking who thrived under pressure. Robert's life was a whirlwind of meetings, deadlines, and business trips, all meticulously scheduled in his planner. He believed that his relentless dedication to work was the ultimate testament to his love for his family, a means to provide them with the best life possible. Robert's home was a sleek, modern apartment perched high above the city. From the outside, it appeared perfect, an oasis of luxury amidst the chaos below. The apartment was filled with the latest technology and elegant furnishings, a testament to Robert's success. Yet, despite its splendor, it often felt cold and empty. The laughter and chatter that should fill a home were conspicuously absent, replaced by the hum of electronics and the occasional ring of Robert's phone. In this apartment lived Liam, Robert's 8-year-old son. Liam was a bright, imaginative boy with a head full of dreams and a heart full of love. His days were filled with school, where he excelled, and his evenings with solitary play, his toys his only companions. Liam adored his father and craved his attention. He would wait eagerly for Robert to come home, clutching his latest drawing or a story he had written, only to be met with a hurried pat on the head and a rushed promise of later, buddy. Robert, lost in his work, failed to see the longing in his son's eyes. He was always too busy, too tired, or too distracted. Weekends, which could have been their time together, were often consumed by work as well. Emails, phone calls, and urgent projects bled into Saturday mornings and Sunday afternoons. Robert convinced himself that his sacrifices were for Liam's future, not realizing that he was sacrificing the present in the process. One evening, after a particularly grueling day at the office, Robert returned home late. The city lights twinkled outside the window, casting a glow over the living room. Liam was asleep on the couch, a picture book resting on his chest, his small face serene in slumber. Robert paused, feeling a twinge of guilt. He knelt down and gently kissed Liam's forehead, whispering an apology that his son would never hear. As Robert settled at his desk to work on yet another report, he noticed a drawing pinned to the wall above his computer. It was one of Liam's creations, a crayon drawing of the two of them at the park, hand in hand, their faces lit with joy. Robert stared at it for a moment, a strange ache in his chest. But the demands of his job soon pulled him back, and the fleeting moment of reflection was lost in the shuffle of papers and the glow of his computer screen. Days turned into weeks and weeks into months. Robert's work continued to consume him, each success at the office a double-edged sword that distanced him further from his son. Liam, meanwhile, grew more self-sufficient, his drawings more intricate, his stories more detailed, but they all carried a subtle sadness, a silent plea for his father's attention. Robert remained blind to the most precious moments slipping through his fingers, convinced that he was doing the right thing, lost in the relentless hustle of a life that, unbeknownst to him, was slipping away. One fateful afternoon, the city was bathed in the golden glow of the setting sun. Robert, once again, was locked in his office, engrossed in a crucial video conference. He barely noticed the gentle knock on his door, nor the quiet creak as it opened a crack. Liam stood there, his small frame silhouetted against the light streaming in from the hallway, clutching a piece of paper with both hands. "Dad!" Liam's voice was barely a whisper, but it cut through Robert's concentration like a knife. "Not now, Liam," Robert muttered, waving his hand dismissively. "I'm in the middle of something important." Liam hesitated, then quietly closed the door, his footsteps barely audible as he retreated. Robert didn't look up. He was too consumed by the deal he was trying to close, too focused on the screen in front of him. The hours ticked by, the city outside transitioning from the warm hues of sunset to the cool blues of twilight. As Robert finally finished his meeting and left his office, he felt a strange unease. The apartment was unusually silent. The usual clatter of dishes from the kitchen, the hum of the television, none of it was there. He called out for Liam, but there was no response. Panic began to creep in as he checked the living room and the kitchen. Finally, he rushed to Liam's room. What he saw next stopped him cold. Liam was lying on the floor, clutching his arm, tears streaming down his face. Scattered toys and a fallen chair indicated a nasty fall. The drawing Liam had made was crumpled beside him, a bright, colorful depiction of him and his dad holding hands in the park. Robert's heart shattered. He raced to Liam's side and carefully scooped him up. "Liam, are you okay? What happened?" Through his sobs, Liam choked out, "I was trying to get my book. I wanted to show you my drawing, Dad. I wanted to spend time with you." Robert's heart ached with guilt as he gently took Liam into his arms. "I'm so sorry, buddy," he whispered, tears welling up in his own eyes. "I should have been there." Liam sniffled, looking up at his father. "I just wanted to show you my drawing, Dad. I wanted to spend time with you." The words hit Robert like a punch to the gut. He realized, in that moment, how his constant absence and preoccupation with work were hurting his son. He had been so consumed by his job that he had failed to see the most important part of his life right in front of him. Robert spent the rest of the night by Liam's side, holding him close, soothing his fears, and promising that things would change. He made a decision then and there. He cleared his schedule for the weekend, turned off his phone, and announced that he and Liam were going on an adventure. The next day, they spent the entire day together, exploring the city, visiting the zoo, and finally ending up at the park where they sat on a bench, just like in Liam's drawing. Liam's eyes lit up with excitement and disbelief as he shared his world with his father. As they sat there, watching the sun dip below the horizon, Robert realized how much he had missed. He saw the world through Liam's eyes, filled with wonder and joy. Liam chatted happily about his drawings, his friends, and his dreams, and Robert really listened, for the first time in a long while. Robert knew he couldn't change the past, but he could shape the future. He vowed to be present, to cherish each moment with his son. Work was important, but it wasn't everything. The true measure of his success wasn't in the deals he closed, but in the relationship he built with Liam. In that quiet moment, under the evening sky, Robert understood the true meaning of being a hero. It wasn't about providing the best toys or the fanciest vacations. It was about being there, sharing the small, everyday moments that mattered the most. And as Liam leaned against him, content and happy, Robert felt a profound sense of fulfillment. He had found the balance he had been missing, and in doing so, he had found his way back to the most important part of his life, his son. In the end, Robert learned that true success isn't measured by the number of deals closed or the accolades earned, but by the moments shared and the bonds strengthened with loved ones. He realized that being present and cherishing time with his son was the most valuable investment he could ever make. Let Robert's story be a powerful reminder to all of us. Prioritize what truly matters, and don't let the hustle of life steal away the precious moments with those you love. Take a step back, turn off the distractions, and spend time with your family today. Make the choice to be there, to listen, and to cherish every second, because in the end, these are the moments that define our lives. If this story touched your heart, share it with others and remind them of the irreplaceable value of time spent with loved ones. Thank you for watching, and keep taking care of yourself.